greeting the rescuers. Do you see that? There's Bianca and Bernard. Let's take a look to see what we got here. Ah, here we go. The Rescue Aid Society was having a meeting. Do you see in there? And then there's Bianca and all the group there. They're having a meeting. Meeting at mice members had come from all over the world. We help anyone, anywhere, they all said. Someone needs our help help now, said Chairman Mouse. We found a bottle in the river. There's a note in it. Bernard, the janitor, got the note out. You see, that's Bernard right there. He's getting the note out of the bottle. They got it out of the river. Do you see Bianca again? And all the mouses, they're from all over the world. They're going to help find out who did the note there. Excuse me. And there's the chairman, and they're going to see who they need to help. It's going to be great. The mice stood around the note. The paper was wet, so the words were, what? Hard to read, yes. But Bianca was a very smart mouse. She read the note out loud. Dear Morning Star Orphanage, I am in terrible trouble. Please hurry, help, Penny. And then there's down here, oh, that poor little girl, said all the mice. Do you see Bianca there? There's the chairman, and there's mouses from all over the world. They're saying, oh, that poor girl. And then here we go. Who will go rescue Penny? Asked the chairman. Who do you think will go? Ah, correct. It's Bianca. But who will Bianca ask to go with her? Let's see. I will, said Bianca. You cannot go all by yourself, said the chairman. Bianca thought a moment. I'll take Bernard. Woohoo! Yay! Bernard with me, she said. We will make a great team. Bernard was surprised. Gosh, Miss Bianca, he said. Thanks. Let's continue. This is great. We're doing the rescuers. Bianca and Bernard and Bianca did not know where Penny was, but they did know where Morning Star Orphanage was. They decided to go there. That night was dark and rainy. How could they get there? How could they get inside? There's Bernard and Bianca, and there is Morning Star Orphanage. There they are. They're trying to see, how do we get inside to get some information? Let's see. Excuse me. At the last, they found an open window. Cool, that's going to be great. They stood on the windowsill and peeked inside the children's room. Do you see there? This is the orphanage, and Bianca is here, and Bernard, and they're peeking in to see what's going on. All the children were fast asleep. The rescuers creeped inside to have a look around. Bianca pointed to a closet. Let's look there, she whispered. And she goes, let's look there, she whispered. And there's the kids. I think we saw that then. There's shoes. This is the closet. There's Bianca and Bernard again. And they want to see what's in the closet. So maybe they can get some information so they can find Penny who they're looking for. Inside the closet, the mice saw a big box full of Penny's things, but they did not see Ruffles, the cat, sleeping inside the box. See, there's a cat right here. It's Rufus. Now we're getting somewhere, said Bernard. At least we know Penny used to live here. Shh, said Bianca. I don't want to be stupid. Don't talk so loud. Because if they talk loud, they might wake up somebody, and they don't want to do that. This is Penny's things. She's missing, so they're like, we have a good start. We know that she lived here. There's a little cat there, Rufus. And there's the picture of Penny. There's paint and stuff. So, Rufus woke up. Bianca was too late. All of a sudden, Rufus woke up. Bernard and Bianca got ready to run. You don't have to worry about me, said Rufus. I'm too old to chase after mice. We are looking for Penny, said Bianca. She is in terrible trouble. Can you tell us where she is? Asked Bernard. You see, there's Rufus, there's Bianca, and Bernard. And they're asking Rufus, do you know where Penny is? And he goes, I'm too old to chase mice. He goes, he's a very nice cat. You'll find out he might help. Let's see if he does. I am the only one who knows where she is, said Rufus, but no one has ever asked me. There's Rufus there. There's Bianca and Bernard. Rufus told the mice how Penny disappeared one night. A woman named Muzra had come to the orphanage with a man called Snoops. They kidnapped Penny. They said they were taking her to look at for dinosaurs in Devil's Bay, said Rufus. Devil's Bay, you cried Bernard. How will we ever get there? Don't worry, darling, said Bianca. We'll fly. Do you see Bernard again? Bianca, Rufus. And then he's like, how are we going to get there? And she says, don't worry, darling. We'll get there. Early the next morning, Bernard and Bianca rushed to the airport. Do you see? This is the airport for mice right here. Right. Captain Olive, the Albatross Airlines was just coming in for abrupt landing. Flight 13 to Devil's Bayou. Take off in 5 minutes, said the captain. Do you see the captain here? And 13 is a not only lucky number, said Bernard. Let's take the train. Nonsense, said Bianca. We don't have time to take the train. Bernard's like, I don't think this navigator captain's very good. Bianca's like, though, we don't have time. And Bernard's like, we could take the train. And then they don't know what's going to happen with Penny if they don't get her back. So they have to hurry and make sure they get there just in the nick of time. Bernard and Bianca climb aboard. Fasten your seatbelts, said Captain Oliver. Better to he began to run. He's like, they come up here. This is a tuna can. And what they do is they go up and they spin this and it tightens so that they stay tight and they don't fly off. So that's why he says, buckle up. Let's see what happens. Oh, and then there he starts running. I almost forgot to show that to you. Up, up they flew. I love flying, cried Bianca. She goes, I love flying. Bernard did not love flying. He was scared, but he soon settled down for the long trip to Devil's Bayou. Do you see Bernard? There's Bianca. And Bernard's over here like scared. But Bianca puts her hand on Bernard and says, it's okay, darling. Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. All right. 2 days later, Snoops and Melissa were looking at their stolen jewels at an old boat in Devil's Bayou. We have enough diamonds already, Marissa, said Snoops. Let's get out of this creepy place. Do you see that, Snoops? And then there's Marissa. She's not a nice person. She kidnapped Penny. They both did. So we're going to there's Penny. She's trying to sneak off to get out of there. Are you crazy? Shouted Melissa. We don't leave until Penny finds the Devil's Eye diamond. It's the biggest diamond in the world. I want it. Snoop said. Snoop and Marissa didn't see Penny tiptoeing out the door. Do you see that? They're like, I want this. He says, we have enough jewels right here to basically live their whole life on. And she's like, that's not enough. I want the Devil's Eye diamond. And there's Penny trying to sneak out to get away so that she can go back to the orphanage and be safe. Let's see what happens. But Medusa stopped shouting. Penny was gone. Medusa was so angry, she gave Snoops a whack on the head. I told you to keep an eye on her. on that kid, said Medusa. She called to her pets, crocodiles, Bruce and Nero. Bring Penny back, Bruce and Nero. Medusa ran outside, jumped on her swamp mobile. She started the engine, and it began to spurt. I will get Penny myself, said Medusa. She zoomed past. You see, she's like, why didn't you keep an eye on her, Snoops? And then she gets her friend Bruce, and Nero to go try to get him. And then she's like, that's not enough time. I don't want to waste time. Then she starts it off, and she's going right through there. Just at that moment, Captain Oliver flew over Devil's Bayou. Bernard and Bianca held on tight. The albatross landed in the swamp with a bump. Do you see him there? He's going, Devil's Bayou, coming in. And then he lands and he goes, and they're okay. The rescuers thanked the captain. Then they went to meet the swamp folk. Do you see him here? They're going, thank you for a great trip. Bernard says that, and Bianca. Then folks. Luke and Ellie Mine and Elro. We came here to rescue a girl named Penny, said Bianca. Do you know where she is? Said Bianca. She's on the old riverboat, said Elma Madu. But we'll never get there anyway because Medusa has all the places covered. Every time the little girl runs off, Medusa sends these crocodiles after her. And we know who that is, Bruno and Nero. Here they come now, said Luke. Bernard and Bianca hid in the grass. They saw Bruno's and Nero coming, carrying Penny and her teddy bear back to the riverboat. We must follow them, said Bianca. I can't take you, said Ivro. Oh, I can take you. There you go. There's this little little guy that can push the stuff. Bernard and Bianca got into Ivro's boat. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Ivro flapped his wings. Good luck with the rescue, called Ivla Mal, as Bernard and Bianca buzzed away. Bzz. They're going there with their friend, and these are the folk that live in the bayou, and these are the crocodiles, Bruno, and Nero. They got her teddy bear and Penny. These are the folk that want to save her. So that's what's going on. Of course, that's the boat. The river boat that she's going to get taken to. When the crocodiles brought Penny back to the boat, Medusa snatched Penny's teddy bear. I won't give him back until you find the devil's eye diamond for me, shouted Medusa. I looked all over the cave, said Penny. I can't find that diamond anywhere. You'll find it tomorrow, said Medusa, or you'll never see your teddy bear ever again. She snatched it from Bruno, the teddy bear, and said that Penny's not ever going to have it again till she finds the devil's eye diamond. The rescuers waited until Medusa was gone. Then they jumped into Penny's window sill. They jumped up here, and now that's Bianca, Bernard. There's Penny. Penny was very surprised to see the two mice. We have come to rescue you, they said. Follow us. We'll get away in the swamp mobile. But Penny didn't want to go without her teddy bear. So Bernard and Bianca hid in her room. We'll help you find the diamond, they said. So what'll happen is they're going to hide in here. She wants to get her teddy before she goes back, because right now they could actually jump on the mobile and swim away back to the orphanage. But she's like, I want my teddy. And so they says, okay, we'll help you find the devil's eye diamond. Next morning, Medusa and Snoops led Penny into the swamp. They took her to the black hole to look for the devil's eye diamond. Do you see them there? Those are the two evil ones. She's going to go into this hole right here. Penny held on to a long rope, and Snoop and Medusa dropped her into the deep hole. But Penny was not afraid. Bernard and Bianca were hiding in her pocket. Do you see right there? They're hiding in her pocket and they're letting her down into this dark, horrible place. When they reached the bottom, Penny shined her light all around. This was a pirate's cave, she says. It's full of diamonds, but Medusa wants the biggest one. Well, let's look for it. Let's look for it, said Bianca. Then we can get your teddy bear back and go home. So there's Bianca, there's Bernard, there's Penny, and then she has a flashlight to look around. This is an old pirate's cave, and there's lots and lots of treasure there. But Medusa wants the devil's eye diamond above all things. Suddenly Bernard ran into a corner. He saw some old pirate bones. And he saw something big and shiny. Oh, there it is. There's the devil's eye diamond. I think I found it, said Bernard. And look at it, shiny. It's inside the captain's head and stuff like that. And so they're going to try to get it out so that Penny can get her teddy bear, and get home to the orphanage and be adopted. Bianca got closer, came closer and closer and closer. Bernard had found the devil's eye diamond. Yay! Yay! That's great. It really was the biggest diamond in the world. Do you see it right there? Now Medusa would give me my teddy bear, said Penny. Bernard and Bianca hid in Penny's pocket. Yay, they're gonna get it out. She's gonna get her teddy. Then Penny pulled on the long rope. She got it out. Look there it is. Now when she gives it back to Medusa and Snoops, she'll get her teddy back and then she'll get to go home, hopefully. Snoops pulled Penny up quickly. As soon as Medusa saw the devil's eye diamond, she grabbed it. Oh, my beautiful diamond, she says. Your diamond? Snoops cried. Half of that diamond is mine. He looked at her. He says, wait a second, half of that diamond's mine. He pulls her up. She has the diamond. Medusa grabs it. Snoops is like, wait a second, we're a team. Half of that is mine. And look what she's going to do. Medusa gave Snoops a hard push. Get away from me, Fatso. Oh, that's not nice. That's horrible. She called him a very bad name. She shouted, I am taking the diamond and the teddy bear too. Oh, that's horrible. She promised Penny that she would give her teddy bear back. What do you expect, though, from a villain? Maybe she'll become good, hopefully. Medusa started running towards the boat. The others followed her as fast as they could go. There's Snoops right there. She pushed him and called him a bad name, which is not nice. And then he's trying to get the diamond, and she's going to hop in her swamp boat, basically, and get away and not share anything. But who knows? She might end up becoming good. Hopefully. There's always hope. Medusa rushed into her room and took out a needle and thread. She began to sew the diamond into Penny's teddy bear. No, that's not good. Now she'll never get it back. Well, we can't say never. Hopefully she'll get it back because we got to always be positive. I will leave Snoops and Penny here in Devil's Bayou, said Medusa. The diamond will be all mine. Woohoo! She's like, I'll get it. I finally did it. But then that's not nice. She's not going to share it with anybody. There's Snoops. He came running. He's like, this is it. Just as Medusa had finished sewing, Snoops burst through the door. Give me my half of that diamond, he shouted. Penny was right behind him. Give me my teddy bear, she said. Medusa put the teddy bear under her arm and began to run. She's like, there's Penny. She's like, give me my teddy bear back. You promised. And Snoops is like, you promised that you'd give me half of that diamond that's right here. And she lied to both of them. That is not nice. Lying is horrible. They need to tell the truth, but hopefully, like we said, she might become good. We'll see. But Medusa did not look where she was going. Suddenly, she tripped on a loose floorboard. Up into the air went the teddy bear. Woohoo! Maybe somebody will get it. Down onto the floor went Medusa. Oh no, she stepped on a board and then fell. And here's the teddy bear right out of her hands. Fly, 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 right into Penny's arms. Yay, she got her teddy bear back. Penny reached out to catch her teddy bear. Run for the swamp mobile, cried Bernard and Bianca. See, there's Bianca and Bernard. She caught her teddy bear. Now they're running with her to the swamp mobile to get away. Hold on to your teddy bear. Penny ran to the swamp mobile. 1, 2, 3. Bernard and Bianca and Penny all jumped into the swamp mobile. Here she is. She's running. She's got the teddy bear. There's a swamp mobile. They're both running. All three of them are going to get in, and it's going to be good. They'll get away, and she'll go back and have a happy ever after. Penny tried to start the engine. The swamp mobile began to spurt. It started. Penny zoomed away. Hooray! Hooray! Cried Bernard and Bianca, dancing on the steering wheel. So let's see what happens. Excellent. Stop! Stop! Shouted Snoops. Bring back my diamond! Cried Medusa. But Penny and the rescuers did not hear them. They were on their way home. Yay! Do you see? See, they're like, give me my diamond back. Give me my diamond back. But they're on their way home. There's Bruno and Nero. And this is where Penny and Bernard and Bianca are. They're going to get her back to the orphanage, and she'll get adopted. Yay! All right, let's see what happens. This is going to be fun. All right. 2 days later, the Rescue Aid Society had another meeting. The mice were watching Penny on the news. Hooray, yay! She told the man how she had found the diamond and her teddy bear. Now it belongs to Morningside Orphanage. But how did you get away? Asked the man. 2 little mice rescued me, said Penny. 3 cheers for Bernard and Bianca, cried all the mice. Hip, hip, hooray, Bernard and Bianca. Hip, hip, hooray, Bernard and Bianca. Hip, hip, hooray, Bernard and Bianca. And they're all cheering, saying, you guys did a great job. You helped the little girl, and you got the diamond also. So everything worked out. Hope maybe Medusa and Snoops might end up becoming good too. You never know. You never know. You got to hope. There's the chairman mouse. When the meeting was over, the chairman read a note. Someone else was in trouble. Uh-oh. Will you go to the rescue? Will you go to the rescue? Bernard and Bianca, the chairman asked. Of course they will. Shall we go? Said Bianca. Of course, said Bernard. We made a great team. And there's Bianca, Bernard. There's the chairman. And there's Bianca and Bernard. And he's reading another note about another kid that needs help. And they're like, okay, let's go on that journey. Here's their captain that's flying. Once again, Bernard and Bianca flew into the air with Captain Oliver. The rescuers were off on another long trip. We'll help anyone, anywhere, they said. They'll help anyone, anywhere. And the story goes, we'll fill in the rest of the story. She gets adopted, and she gets famous for giving the diamond to the museum, the orphanage does, and it pays for all the stuff for the kids, and she gets adopted. So that's always a great, great story. Now we're going to do another one. Walt Disney's The Lion King. There's Mufasa, Zazu, and Simba, and Nala. Let's read a little bit. This is great, 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 great. Great, great. All right. It was a special day in the Pride Lands as the sun rose over the dusty African plain. Animals of every kind journeyed to Pride Rock, home of the mighty Lion King. Do you see them there? They're all running towards it. There's all the animals. They're going to Pride Rock to see the new baby. All right. The animals were honoring Simba. There's Simba, the new baby lion cub of King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi. One day, the tiny cub would become the next king, Lion King. All the people celebrated, all the animals celebrated. A wise baboon named Rafiki stood atop Pride Rock and held up the cub for all to see. The animals all bowed to their future king. Do you see? There's Rafiki, and they're all right here. They're bowing to their future king. There's Pride Rock, and they're all bowing. Do you see that? Great job. Scar, the king's jealous brother, wasn't there because he wanted to be the next king himself. The next king, Mufasa, was angry that his brother had skipped the ceremony. Do you see that? He skipped. This is Mufasa, and this is Scar. He wants to be the king after Mufasa. So let's see here. After Mufasa and a loyal bird named Zazu found Scar, Scar didn't seem sorry or at all and walked away. Don't turn your back on me. That's what he says. Mufasa says. Mufasa growled, perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me, answered Scar. So he's like, don't do that, brother. And he's like, he does that evil voice. Don't turn your back on me. Young Simba grew quickly, and the playful cub wanted to be just like his dad someday. Do you see that? There's Simba, Mufasa, and Simba wants to be like his dad someday. Simba thought his father was very brave. Yay! Whenever hyenas entered into the Pride Land, it was Mufasa's duty to protect the other animals by chasing away the savage hyenas. There's Zazu, Simba. There's Mufasa, and his job is to chase away the bad hyenas that try to hurt the Pride Lands. There's Mufasa and Simba. Early one morning, Mufasa took Simba to the top of Pride Rock. As the sun rose, Mufasa explained, the circle of life never stops turning. One day the sun will set on my time as ruler and rise with you as king. Then everything the light will touch will begin again. Mufasa also warned Simba never to go to the shadow place because it's very bad. So he showed him all of the Pride Lands, or the forest. He says Pride Rock. And he says that the sun's going to shine up and shine down. So one day you will be in my position and you will be king. So you'll have to have responsibility, be brave, be smart, and keep pushing forward. Later, Simba asked his uncle Scar about the shadow place, the elephant graveyard. Only the brave lions go to the elephant graveyard, Scar told him, knowing the cub would go there to prove his bravery. Scar didn't tell him about the dangers because he didn't want Simba to return. He sent his nephew to go there, and he didn't want him to return so that he would be the next king. There's the hyenas, and there's Simba and Nala. And there's Scar walking away telling him, you got to do this so you could be brave and show your dad. Just as Scar thought, Simba and his best friend, a girl cub named Nala, slipped off to explore the spooky elephant graveyard. They found it filled with hungry hyenas. Lucky Zazu alerted Mufasa, the great Lion King, chased away the hyenas. He came and saved his son, Mufasa, and Zazu and Nala. After Zazu took Nala home, Mufasa talked to Simba about that being brave really means a wise king doesn't go looking for trouble. That is very wise. He was telling Simba, the best thing to do is to stay out of trouble, never to fight if you don't have to, always help others and make sure that you do the right thing. That's very, very vital. Mufasa looked up at the stars, the starry sky. The great kings of the past look down on us from these stars. He said, oops, I'm going to keep it right here. He said, so whenever you feel alone, just remember that these kings will always be there to guide you, and so you will always be wise. And these are the stars up here. That you're not alone, and that you could be a wise king. And basically, Simba probably wants to be like his dad, Mufasa. Soon after, Scar had another evil plan. He told Simba to wait at the bottom of the rocky grove. Your father has a big surprise for you, he lied to the cub. See, this is Scar here. He told him, just wait here. Your father's got a really big surprise. And of course, we know that he's lying. It was a trap. Scar had sent hyenas to cause the wild beast to stampede. Simba climbed on top to escape the pounding hoofs, but he couldn't hold on. He's like, Father, help me, I can't hold on. And the hyenas caused all these things to run, the buffalo and everything, to try to take out Simba so that Scar will be the next king, which is not nice. That's super not nice. Mufasa arrived and saved Simba, but he struggled to climb out of the gorge himself and called to Scar for help. Instead of helping, Scar pushed his brother down into the stompade. The stompede place down here. He got him and he jumped, but his brother pushed him down. And that's so bad. We need to love each other, not do that type of stuff. Simba didn't see what had happened. When all was quiet, the cub rushed to his father's side. Dad, come on, get up, he cried. He says, but Mufasa would never rise again. That is so sad. The Scar appeared. Simba, what have you done? He asked. Scar's word made Simba think everything was his fault. What should I do? The confused cub asked. Run away, and never come back, groaned Scar. As the cub ran, hyenas chased him. To escape, Simba jumped into a thickness of thorns at the edge of the desert. So the hyenas are chasing him, and then he jumps in here and he gets away. Let's see what happens. This is getting to the good part. We gotta forget the bad part. Remember it, but keep moving forward. Luckily, Simba was rescued by Timon, a meerkat, and Pumbaa, a warthog. They brought the cub to their jungle home. Where are they from? They showed the kid and asked Timon, what's the matter? I can't go back, Simba told Pumbaa and Timon. So they're basically going to show them, of course, you know what they're going to show them. Hakuna Matata. You've got to put past behind you, they both said. Timon told him of Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. There are the words. These are the words of Timon and Pumbaa. They live by that there's no worries. You see, Timon and Pumbaa, and in the end, they're going to find out how to help a friend too. It's going to be great. And here's what we live on. Timon told him, showing Simba what colorful bugs. Pumbaa ate one with a squish, a slimy, but satisfying promise. Pumbaa. He crushed one. See, there's all the bugs and all the stuff they're showing him. Simba eyed his next meal, and then quickly swallowed the sticky insect. Slimy, but satisfying, he replied. Simba loved living with Timon and Pumbaa. Do you see Pumbaa right there? There's Timon. There's Simba. And there's Timon, and he's showing him Kuna Matata. He's going to teach him how to eat bugs, and then it's like slimy, yuck, but satisfying. There's Timon, there's Pumbaa, and there's Simba. I want to make sure I didn't forget any pages because that actually went by fast. Nope, that's right, perfect. As the days passed, the little cub grew to be a big lion like his father Mufasa. Yet Simba never forgot about the Pride Lands. Looking up at the stars one night, Simba remembered what his father had told him. Told him where the great kings of the past looked down upon him. Simba wouldn't be that would be true, and Simba remembered that what his father was, and he told Pumbaa and Timon about the kings of his past being up in the stars. One day, Pumbaa found himself being chased by a hungry lioness. Timon tried to save his friend, but it was Simba who came to his rescue. Do you see there's Simba, there's Pumbaa and Timon, and then there's that lion, that terrible lioness. We'll see what happens. To Simba's surprise, the lioness was his old friend Nala. Yay! Simba was happy to see her. Do you see that's Nala? That's Nala. Simba didn't know it was Nala at the time, but in the end, they found out that was his buddy. Nala explained that everyone thought Simba was dead. Scar now rules with the hyenas, but Scar was a terrible king. And the Pride Lands had become a terrible place. The herds had gone, and there was no food or water for anybody. That's horrible. She's telling him about a Scar as they're walking across that he took over with the hyenas, and basically now everything's in disaster, and he needs to come back and make it right. Nala told Simba, we need to return and save the Pride Lands because he was the rightful king, not Scar. I'm no king, Simba told her. Do you see that? He's like, I'm no king. He still believes the lie that Scar told him about, that he's the reason that his father died. In reality, Scar was the one that caused the stampede by the hyenas, and then he killed Mufasa, but he told Simba a lie. And now Simba has to make the decision and talk to his founding guys up in the stars, his other kings. But that night, Rafiki visited Simba. As they looked up at the stars, the young lion heard an echo of his father's voice. You must take your place in the circle of life. The voice told him, you are my son and the one true king. Do you see him right there? He's looking, that's Mufasa. He went up in the stars with the other kings, and he came down to talk to his son. His father's words gave Simba courage. Though he still believed he was responsible for his father's death, Simba bravely returned to the Pride Lands. You see, there's Rafiki, there's Simba, and there's Mufasa talking to his son. So we're going to get to see what happens. All right. At Pride Rock, Scar was blaming Simba for the lack of food. Sharaba. That's Simba. That's his mom, Simba's mom. Even the hyenas were unhappy and very, very hungry. Do you see him right here? There's Simba. Simba then arrived and let out a roar. Roar! That's I'm not doing it very well, but try to get close. Scar stared at Mufasa. But he actually thought this was Mufasa. He's like, no, this can't be. My brothers come back? How could that be? Because Simba looks like his father. You're dead, he exclaimed, but Masala recognized her son, Sharaba. She said softly, that is Simba. That's the rightful king after his dad. All right, let's see. This is going to get good. I've come to take my place as king, Simba told Scar, but Scar and the hyenas would not back down without a fight. He's like, you're not going to take over. I'm the king. Simba's like, my dad was the king. I'm the rightful king. And there's the hyenas right here. And right up here too, and they're not gonna just let it go without a fight. And that's not good. Fighting's not good. Nala, Timon, and Pumbaa bravely helped Simba and Sarabi battle Scar and the hyenas. During the fight, Scar admitted that he had caused Mufasa's death, not Simba. Now Simba knew the truth. So there is Nala, and there's Simba's mom. They're fighting the hyenas. Then there's Simba fighting the hyenas, and there's Scar, and he finally finds the truth. Simba sent Scar flying into a mob of hyenas. Though Scar had ruled with them, the very hungry hyenas were not very loyal subjects. With Scar gone, the rest of the hyenas fled the Pride Lands, and they're going to go back to the elephant graveyard where Mufasa told Simba. The sun peeked through the clouds as Simba took his rightful place as king. With Nala by his side as queen, the Pride Land soon became lush green again and happy again. So everything started growing back when these two friends were together. In time, Simba and Nala watched as their own tiny cub was presented on Pride Rock. The circle of life was turning once again, as his father told him. Let's see if there's any more. Nope. Oh, well, okay. Let's see. All right, fly away. Zazu kept Mufasa's eye on the Pride Land. See, this is Simba. We're going to check out the characters Pumbaa and Timon. And there's his dad, Mufasa, Nala, Zazu, and that's what that is. So thank you so much for coming on the Rescuers journey and the Lion King, Walt Disney's The Lion King, and learning that, the circle of life is all around us. And like in The Rescuers, they learned that it was a blessing to be able to rescue that little girl, Penny. And in The Lion King, Simba realized that he had to take his rightful place as king, and Nala ruled right beside him, and then Zazu was with him. And so we learned that's cool. When everybody comes together and works together, it all ends out good. Thank you again for coming on the journey with these books with me. And always remember to like, favorite, and subscribe, and come back to Happy Time Story Time for more videos, my friends. Be blessed. Bye-bye.